Good morning, everyone. All right, so day, what are we at? Day 14?
Yeah.
Day 14 of the epic trip to Victoria. And it is beginning to get very epic. 2 weeks on the road. And let's check out the map. All right, so yesterday we left Roswell, went and saw some aliens, and then took this road all the way down here past White Sands National Monument, where we also saw the world's largest pistachio. And then we continued on down here and dodging some serious rain clouds.
Oh yeah, there's tons of storms.
Went up here all the way into Tucson,
Which is where we're at right now.
yeah. And today we're gonna get in the car and we're gonna come up and we're gonna go through Saguaro National Park to Biosphere 2. Then the road goes all the way up this way to Holbrook, and then we'll take Route 66, take the mother road, and go to Winslow, Arizona, and come take a hanger right up here. Oh yeah, over here. Oh, what's it called? The Meteor Crater National Monument right there. And then we're gonna go all the way up through Page, Arizona, take a left, and then we're gonna end up in Knab.
Right here.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but the weather is not looking very good. It's not in our favor of starting this afternoon into the evening. So we're not sure exactly how much or what we're going to see today, but we'll try to squeeze in as much as we can.
come hitch a ride with us on this epic road trip day.
So where are we?
The Gates Pass Overlook Trailhead in Saguaro, not quite in Saguaro National Park.
Just on the outskirts.
Just on the outskirts.
Very cool. I'm going to spin you around so you can see what we can see. Very cool.
Very, very large cacti here.
Very tall. They're all over. It's very peaceful. It's just after
It is almost 7:30.
7:30 in the morning, and there's very few people out right now, which is perfect. And it's 27 degrees?
27 degrees.
Celsius.
Yeah.
So good to get these things done in the morning before it heats up to over 30, mid-30s probably today.
Tucson, Arizona is home of the nation's largest cacti. The giant saguaro is a universal symbol of the American West. These majestic plants, found only in a small portion of the United States, are protected by the Saguaro National Park to the east and to the west of the modern city of Tucson. Here we have the chance to see these enormous cacti, silhouetted by the beauty of the magnificent desert sunset, or in our case, the post-sunrise.
Alright, so we just did a quick tour of the Saguaro National Park.
Yes. Saguaro is a type of cacti. It's all huge amounts of cacti.
Yeah, and is there a lot? And because of all the rain that the area has received in the last couple days, cacti are blossoming. So they've got these really cool, like almost like fuchsia pink little blossoms on them.
Very
really
purpley.
Cool. Yeah, purple. Yeah, it's very, very cool. So now we are on our way to Biosphere. So
Biosphere 2.
Biosphere 2. So yeah, and I will mention as well, this is what I was talking to you guys about before. I will turn you guys around to show you the little America the Beautiful. It's, what is this? It's a National Parks and Federal Recreational Lands Pass. So it's this little thing here. So we paid for this. You can pay for them an annual pass or any kind of pass at a national park. So yesterday when we were in the White Sands National Memorial, we purchased, or monument, sorry, we purchased this, and it's good for a whole year. So it's good to the end of July of next year, and it's good for all the national parks and so on. So it's really a great idea, and basically you just put it in your rearview mirror here when you're going into a park, and it was like, I think it was $80 US for the whole year.
If you're U.S. military, you get a discount though.
Not Canadian, as we found out. Very, very good, especially if you guys are going on road trips. Great to have. Just hang that when you go into the actual national parks.
National Park, National Forest. Yeah. It's really cool. And if you're going to be doing big road trips, especially on the west side of the United States, where all the big national parks, I mean, there's tons of them all over the place, but you know, like Biscayne Bay in Florida, Everglades National Park in Florida. But yeah, like the big ones are almost all on the west side of the continent. So if you want to see, Rocky Mountain National Park, Yellowstone National Park, Yosemite National Park, all of these, Giant Sequoias National Park. This pass will get you into all of these.
Yeah, so it's a good idea. So highly suggested. So now we're on to the destination number 2. Now we're trying to get a lot of this done because the weather system, when we basically by this afternoon and onwards into the evening, is supposed to be quite terrible.
Yeah, the weather's going to be sketchy come this afternoon. Yeah. So we're headed all the way to Knab, Utah today, and we're in Tucson basically right now.
Yes.
But yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous right now.
It's beautiful. There's hardly a cloud in the sky, but we did notice while we were driving along the park that there was definitely some flash flooding here yesterday, or at least very recently, because parts of the park, actually where we were supposed to drive right through the park, they actually closed the park gates, that particular area down, and then probably from flooding.
Yeah, the road that we were planning on going all the way through the center of the park and just dumping out at the other, the far side of the park, it was closed. We drove halfway into the park, went, no, can't go any further. It's like, dang it.
Yeah, so anyway, no big deal. But so there's definitely been a lot of flash flooding here because we even experienced a couple of the storms. One of them for sure yesterday. We were right through it, and it was like lightning was striking in front of us, and it was like, ah.
Yeah, everyone was driving with their flashers on because the hydroplaning was happening.
For sure. But yeah, so anyway, that's it for the park. Now we're on to their next adventure.
Then we were off to Biosphere 2, which is an American Earth System science research facility located in Oracle, Arizona. Its mission is to serve as a center for research, outreach, teaching, and lifelong learning about Earth.
So what's really cool about this, guys, Biosphere 2, is that you just download this free app, and it's a self-guided tour. App is really nice to be self-guided as well.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a guided tour, and have hard 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, but no, they just came in here, said download the app, and it's a self-guided tour, and they give you basically an audio guide. It's really quite cool.
We're very interested to see what we're going to learn today.
Yeah, thankfully it's still nice and sunny, no torrential rain or anything like that.
Owned by the University of Arizona, this massive piece of property was constructed in 1987 and opened September 26, 1991. Researchers originally built Biosphere 2 with the intention to create and study an artificial, self-sustaining biosphere, or the sum of all ecosystems that support life on Earth. The researchers wanted to explore and test whether they could recreate such a diverse and delicately balanced system in a closed environment.
What do you think, Nelson?
This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Science.
And by the way, we learned something today.
We learned lots of things today already.
Lots of things. But Biosphere 2, we thought there might have been an original Biosphere somewhere, but that would be Earth.
Yeah, correct. Technically there was. The entire planet.
The entire planet.
Biosphere 1.
Just like they said, if there's to find another moon, it would be,
Yeah, if they put one of these on the moon, it would be Biomoon 2. Biomoon 2, because the moon 1 is the moon.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. We were like, oh, there must have been another facility somewhere, but no, this is the original one.
I always thought there was a first one or something like that. No. Well, yes, but no, there was no other facility like this somewhere else.
Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome to the indoor park to the tour. And if you have questions, just ask.
Outstanding.
Thank you for coming.
I hear you've been here a while.
Yep.
And
31 years.
31 years. Outstanding.
Oh, you're going to like it now. You're going to be in the biosphere.
I got actual breezes in here, because if you don't have actual breezes, the trees will fall down because they don't get enough pressure when they're young to make deep roots.
Biosphere 2 failed because the water systems became polluted with too many nutrients. The crew had to clean their water by running it over mats of algae, which they later dried and stored. Also, as a symptom of further atmospheric imbalances, the level of dinitrogen oxide became dangerously high.
This is so cool. I'm like, you gotta come to Biosphere if you're here. It's very muggy. I feel like I'm in Florida again. Biosphere 2. But yeah, there's so much stuff here, guys, to look at. It is very pretty. There's hummingbirds here, there's birds. I mean, a little bit of everything. We have an ocean here, guys. Isn't that cool? So cool.
You are now walking through the orchard, which the original Biosphereans actually refer to as their sweet shop. As you look around you, you're going to see some plants that may look familiar. This includes fig trees, banana trees, citrus like lemons and limes. They also grew coffee in here. This was an essential thing they wanted to make sure they had inside. But in reality, it took a lot more work to grow the beans and harvest the beans and roast the beans to get 1 cup of coffee than they thought it would. So they ended up only having a cup of coffee about every 2 to 3 weeks. They also used bananas to make a banana wine. So they did not have any alcohol that they brought in. They didn't bring in any kind of food products. They grew most of it themselves. So they had to get creative. So they ended up fermenting these bananas and creating an alcohol.
We're in the rainforest now. Oh my gosh, this looks gorgeous. I feel gross, but it looks absolutely stunning in here.
Designed as an airtight glass and steel frame structure, this includes models of 7 biomes: an ocean, coral reef, a marsh, rainforest, savanna, a desert, farming areas, and a microcity.
We thought it was warm in
Florida.
In Florida.
It's muggy and
muggy and whatever. Yeah. We just got out of the rainforest in Biosphere too.
Sweating.
Oh, I'm dripping everywhere. I'm like, oh my god, it's got to be 1,000% humidity there.
We look like we have oil dripped all over our skin.
It's crazy hot.
But guys, there's this is near the end of the trip, actually, the tour, and this is really cool.
Like, look at that behind. That's the ocean.
Yeah.
Right up in there.
Down below there.
Yeah, and this right beside us here, that's all tropical rainforest.
Everything's getting a little bit warm, a little muggy, and our devices are getting a little warm, a little muggy, so they're shutting down on us. But definitely come here, you guys. This is a great place to discover. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I didn't expect this. It's very cool.
Totally worth the entrance fee and the money that you spend here for the tour goes into the research for everything that goes on in here. To how does the ocean work? How does the water work? How do how does the heating oceans create acidification and make coral die? This is the only place in the world you can actually study that sort of thing.
It's just super cool. Highly recommend it. It's a great family thing too. I mean, you're in the middle of it all. So
yeah, I mean, for kids, this must be just incredible.
Yeah.
We head back on the highway and head for Route 66. We made a quick pit stop at the Wigwam Motel, checking out all the really cool teepees. These are places you can actually rent out just like a hotel room. Made a quick pit stop at Holbrook, Arizona to visit the world's largest petrified tree. Then we were off to Winslow, Arizona. The town of Winslow took advantage of its own name being mentioned in the song Take It Easy, made famous by the Eagles. So in 1999, the town of Winslow created Standing on the Corner at an intersection of Route 66 on the North Kingsley Avenue, right in the center of town.
Here we are at the meteor crater.
Moving at 11 miles per second, a meteor raced through the solar system towards Earth. Hurricane-force winds threw 175 million tons of material in all directions. The shock of impact melted most of the meteor and spread it with the large plume of debris. It took just 10 seconds, and Meteor Crater was formed.
Well, it's a little rainy today, but we got to come out and see it. Can't go up to the upper one because the lightning strikes. But there it is. Normally you can take tours and go down in the bottom, but I don't think we're going to be doing that today.
All right, guys. We're about just under an hour and a half away from Knab, Utah.
We're still in Arizona, just south of Page, Arizona.
Wow, we jammed a lot of stuff in today. It was a long day with a lot of different little excursions. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you do road trips like this, if you can do all of your, especially in the summer, if you can do all of your outdoor excursions in the morning before it gets crazy hot, that's like the best.
And crazy people do. That's impressive. Well, I hope you like that that view as much as we did, because wow, just coming through the mountains, coming through the gap in the valley there by Page, that's some impressive Arizona views there. That's for sure.
These larger states like Arizona, like Texas, we've gone through like so many different types of topography, dry aridness, and then rain, and then cacti and trees, and it can be like in a split second it changes. So
oh yeah, like when we were down by Tucson, it was on the west side of Tucson, went through Saguaro National Forest, and there's huge saguaro cacti everywhere. We went up to Biosphere 2, and that was very arid, like no trees really at all, nothing, out in the middle of nowhere. Continue on, hit a canyon, and it's like these huge canyons, like probably 1,000 feet deep, easily 1,000 feet deep. Go down to that, come up the other side, and it's all green. Like wow, like where did this come from? It was dead. It was all completely dry.
then again we saw more aridness, dryness, and then again just moments before I turned on the camera, what I just said to Nelson, like it's green again, like there's grass and there's like green.
Yeah, and it was like rock.
Yeah.
When you think of Arizona, that's what was there. It was just this red sandstone rock everywhere with the small sagebrush and tumbleweeds and that sort of stuff. Come around the corner and green. You're like,
yeah, it was weird.
Wow,
it's crazy.
And now we're back into sagebrush and sand.
Yeah. So here's the thing: in 24 hours, we've gone from Mountain Standard Time to Pacific Standard Time, and now we're back into Mountain Standard Time, which means we're losing an hour. So it's an hour later once we get to Utah.
Once we get into Utah, yeah, because Arizona does not do daylight savings time.
Right. So it's kind of like I thought like, oh wait, it's going to get in around 9 something tonight. No, it's 8 something tonight. No, it's actually like almost 10.
Like 9:35, 9:40 by the time we get to our hotel.
Yeah. So but after tomorrow, after we leave Utah, we'll be Pacific Standard Time forever, unless we go traveling again. So I believe it's just Pacific Standard Time after we leave Utah, all the way to obviously the Pacific Coast. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it for today.
That's it. Yep. Yeah, we were gonna go do the Horseshoe Bend here. But I've been to Horseshoe Bend before, and it's getting dark. So I mean, it'd probably actually be phenomenal sunset picture there, which would be the perfect time for it. But we got to beat feet today.
Yeah, it's a long day. We got up we were having breakfast at 6:30 in the morning, and right now it is 7:20. No, 7:20.
7:20.
But it will be 8:20 when we get to Utah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for hitching a ride, and until next time.
Yep.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
On our next episode, Nelson, Monty, and I drive some of the most stunning roads and get over 10,000 feet into the mountains. We stop at both the Sunset View and the Chessman Ridge overlooks before we make our descent into the Bonneville Salt Flats. On day number 16, we take you with us to the Malad Gorge State Park and share with you our disappointment for both the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center and the Manhattan Project being closed. So come hitch a ride with us for day numbers 15 and 16.